Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my 2022 reading journal. So I know it's a little bit off topic. I typically make coloring videos, but reading is a huge hobby of mine, and I started keeping a reading journal last year in January, and I actually came to really love using it. I had no idea that I was going to enjoy it as much as I did, so I didn't actually end up putting that much effort into the journal last year. I will be showing you guys that journal at the end of this video, just a quick peek into it. I never thought it would see the live day, so it's very rough, very poorly done, but I do want to just show it to you guys to kind of show you how much I've upgraded this year, and I wanted to share with you guys some of my reading stats from 2021. So yeah, this video is mainly though sharing with you guys what I've created for 2022. So the journal itself is a happy planner, and it's not a planner though, it's just a lined note journal. They make a bunch of different ones for note taking. So this one had a lot of just plain dotted pages, as well as some that had words and things on them, but I just went ahead and took those out and just kept the dotted journal pages. So I really like the Happy Planner because it is very customizable. So I changed out this cover page to make one that looked a little bit more like a book, and then you can also change the rings as well. So I really like that, and it makes it easier while I'm journaling. I can pull out the pages and I don't have to fuss with, my hand bumping into the center. So I really like the Happy Planner for that. I used a Happy Planner last year, and I wanted to do a Happy Planner again this year. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and flip through the journal and show you guys what I've created, what my setup is for 2022. So when you flip it open, I have a This Journal Belongs To that I created, and then just a header, a 2022 reading journal. I have a book tracker on this side. I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the squares with as many books as I read with the corresponding colors for each month. I have a few goals for 2022, and then I also have a yearly tracker with a few things that I'm going to keep track of every month. So instead of like a monthly tracker, it's a year tracker. On the side, I have a quote from The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which was actually my favorite book I read in 2021. Books she has found are a way to live 1,000 lives or to find strength in a very long one. On this side, I have Read Every Day in 2022. So again, this will be repetitive information, but it's a good way to just see it at a glance. So there's a yearly at a glance. I'll fill in each square with the corresponding color, physical audio Kindle combination, and I'll put in a little black circle if I finished a book on that day. So this page is my 22 and 22. So 22 books I really want to get to in 2022. I printed out all the little book covers, and I will just go ahead and write the star ratings under the book once I finished it. So at the end of the year, I'll be able to take a quick glance and see how many of these I actually was able to read. Next, I have my series log, which I haven't filled out yet because I'm still trying to decide if I want to just fill it out with all the series I want to get to, or only fill it out once I actually start a series. So I haven't decided yet, but I'll just go ahead and write the name of the series, and then I'll put boxes for how many books are in each series, and then I'll check them off as I read them, / code it so I know if it's actually out yet or if I own it. And then I created a 2022 DNF pile because last year this was something I didn't include at all in my journal, and this year I really want to DNF more books in general. I really want to make sure I'm reading books I'm enjoying and not spending time with a book that I really don't like, so I do want to keep track of books that I decide not to finish. This is my physical TBR. I created a bookshelf to represent all of the books that I currently own that I haven't read. So what I'll do is if I do decide to read a book off my bookshelf, I will color it in with the corresponding month colors from this book tracker. So hopefully this will be nice and filled in by the end of the year because I have a lot of books that I want to get to off of my bookshelf. This page will just keep track of all of my 5-star reads. I'll just go ahead and list them here. This is my monthly overview. So for every month, I will keep track of books read, physical, audio, Kindle, the amount of pages, the amount of hours, how many I owned, and male authors and female authors that I read. So I have that for every single month. Next, I have my Goodreads challenge. So for this year, I decided to make it 100 books, and I will fill in each square with the key down here, which is physical, audio, or Kindle, and then I will have a date that I completed the 100 book challenge. And these pages are just books of 2022. So this will just be where I keep my catalog of every book that I read or that I finished. So I'll give it the book name, the author, the star rating, and the date I completed it. So I gave myself lots of room for this. Continued on here, which is 144 spaces. And then I have extra room up here as well. And then I just did another little quote collage down here, and this one is, I have lived 1,000 lives and loved 1,000 loves. I've walked on distant worlds and seen the end of time because I read. I love that quote, and that's by George R.R. Martin, so I had to include that. So that is all of the setup pages for the yearly setup, and next it just will go into my monthly spreads. So I'll give you a quick look at what my monthly spreads are going to look like. They changed a little bit from last year, so I'll just have the title page here and then my TBR for the month. Then I have my days read, so I keep track physical, Kindle, audio, or combination. Then this is where I will write down all the books that I've read that month. Then I'll do a mini review, so I'll pick the best book that I read in the month and give it a little review on this page, and then this will be all of my stats for the month. So how many books I read, how many pages, how many hours, the format, the ratings, the authors, genres, how many were library or Kindle, how many I owned. And that's it. So like I said, this is all just dotted notebook paper. It's really convenient. I can tear out the pages when I'm working on them. And I really, really, really like this Happy Planner setup. I'm really pleased with how everything came out. I took a lot of inspiration from different videos. I watched so many reading journal setup videos, and I took bits and pieces from everything that I liked that give me inspiration to create my own. So I will try to have as many of those videos linked down below, as well as Instagram accounts that I look at. That's where all my inspiration comes from for setting up different spreads and getting ideas as I look at Instagram and YouTube. So I will try to have all the accounts listed down below if you're interested in where I got my inspiration. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my 2021 reading journal. Just a quick flip through to show you guys what it kind of looked like last year and go through some of my reading stats from 2021. So this was my reading journal from 2021. Same type of deal. It's just dotted paper and book journal 2021. Again, I didn't think this would ever see the light of day, so please don't judge it. But I kind of have my book stats here. This is what I did last year for that. My Goodreads challenge was 50 books, and I read 141. So this is how I cataloged all of the books that I read. It's quite messy. I kept track of all of the 5-star reads of 2021. I did the alphabet reading challenge, which I ended up not completing. I missed J, X, and Z. So I got pretty close. It was pretty cool. And I didn't try. I just read books and marked them as they were. So for not trying, that's pretty good. Then I had a TBR. I had a physical TBR that I wrote down because in the beginning of the year, I wasn't using anything like Goodreads or anything like that, so I was just keeping like a running list of books that I was interested in, and I quickly stopped because I think there's like 200 books or something on my TBR currently, so I quickly realized that was not going to work, like writing them down. But I did throughout the year keep track of any of them that I finished or that I got to. So I marked them off, and then purple is audiobook and blue is that I read it physically. And then that's all I did for like the yearly overview stuff last year, and then this is just some of my spreads. I did a spread for every single month. So this is kind of what they looked like. I just had a TBR page. I did the days read, the books read with the ratings, and if they were audiobooks. I had a quotes page, and then my favorite book and a few stats. So I only tracked the total books that I read and the total pages that I read, which I realized stats were something I was really interested in, so that's why I gave a whole page in the 2022 reading journal to keep track of everything beyond that. So again, that's kind of what every single month looked like. And then I got a job in March, so this became a lot harder to keep up with. So I ended up not using my quotes page at all. So again, here I'll just give you a quick flip. I didn't expect anyone to the internet to ever see this. So yeah, it's really nice to have, and again, I will cherish having this and keep it forever. That's December. And then 2021 stats. So this is what I wanted to share with you guys. I got really excited looking into all of my stats for the year, and this is how I compiled it. So I read 141 books. I listened to 1,144 hours listened. I read 17,219 pages. I read 35 physical books. I listened to 101 audiobooks, and I read 5 Kindle books. I read 16 different genres. My top genres were YA fantasy, adult romance, and adult thrillers. I kept track of my publishing years, and my top years were 2020, 2018, and 2021. My average star rating was 3.4 out of 5 stars. And then I did a best of and a worst of. So my top book of the year was The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And my worst book I read was Corrupt by Penelope Douglas. I read 86 different authors, read from 86 different authors. And my top authors were Sarah J. Maas, Colleen Hoover, and V.E. Schwab. I didn't finish 9 books, started and did not finish 9 books, and my best reading month was December. So those are all my 2021 stats. It's really cool to compile those, and again, this journal, I loved keeping this journal. I loved keeping a reading journal, and able to like flip back and look through all of this is so fun. So I am so excited to have my 2022 reading journal, and you guys can see I definitely upgraded my style, so I hope you enjoyed seeing that. Definitely check out the description box below if you want to check out all of those other accounts that I got inspired by. And yeah, I really appreciate you watching this one, and I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!